The hardest lesson that players need to learn if they want to rank up in Rocket League is that you make a ridiculous amount of mistakes. Across one 5-minute game, so many things are going on that there is always something that you can do better. So in today's video, we'll be showcasing the best method to both identify and fix all of the mistakes that put both you and your team in terrible spots. So we'll be playing one ranked game here, and then what we're gonna do is immediately afterwards, we'll be going back and just looking at key moments where things might have gone wrong, just to kind of figure out what we need to do better. Right here out the gate, we're gonna put a powerful shot on target. Not quite, teammate. Gonna bring that one around. He should be able to stay on this, and he can. We'll jump for this one. Gonna get beat out by our opponent there. Definitely a bit of an aggressive dive. Teammate, how are you handling it? Perfectly fine. We're back to support him now. Teammate gets the save. We'll grab the boost here so we can help out. Teammate has plenty of boost to work with here. Actually just gonna kind of punt the ball away. That's fine. Gonna be coming back towards us. Jump up here, get some kind of block on that ball. Go ahead and grab the boost. Teammate actually snuck out into the corner. That's gonna be in the net. Unfortunate. Not much we can really do there. Got the initial block, which wasn't too bad. Teammate did not see the double tap coming. Unfortunate. Definitely a good pass by the opponents there. All good. Only down 1 minute in. Plenty of time here. No reason to panic. Into the air we go. Let's just try to keep this one in. Force out. Teammate gonna be retreating. We're both caught retreating here. Teammate's gonna be there. That's fine. Watch the potential bump. This guy's quite awkward. Over the top we go. Just force on forward. Give me this boost. Teammate, you should have block there, and he does. Well done. Keep going on that one if you can. Watch behind us. Make sure we're not about to get demoed. We are not. This ball is coming to the side. Watch the double tap. Saw that one coming. Up the wall we go. Control through the air. Trying to stay with this ball as we land. Get the 50. Pick up pads on our way back out. Bump one. Teammate did not get the catch he wanted, I don't think. Unfortunate. Teammate might turn back on this, and he does. Got the block just to keep this one locked in. Off the wall. Perhaps a pass. Not quite. Play this one over the top. Force out again. Teammate should turn for this one. That guy's a bit awkward. Teammate keeps backing off. Bit weird. Force the flick. There it is. Into the air we go. Get the block. Trying to bump this guy off of this. Get out of here. Teammate couldn't quite get that one into the net. Unfortunate. We are back, though. Got both in the air. Teammate, it's open. Take your time. That'll be a goal. Let's go. We're right back in it. Well done. Definitely a bit of an awkward transition there, but we do make it work. Good touch out to my teammate. Good job by my teammate to play that patiently. Not rush it. We take the goal. We're right back in a tie game. Into the air we go. Just play this one out. Teammate and I actually tag team it out. That's fine. Teammate should have the 50 there. That's going to be well wide. Get the block. Should buy us some time. I missed this boost. We'll go back for it. We'll control then. Into the air we go. Look for the block. Not quite. Let's get ourselves out of here. Looking for boost, perhaps. Teammate should have this block. And he does. He's got the ball as well. Got control. 50 this one. Around one. Teammate, are you there? Not going to be able to get there in time. Unfortunate. Keep this one in. Force out. Gonna be slow back here. Teammate should be in a fine spot, and he is. Jump up, get the block. Do not allow that free shot. No, thank you. Teammate, across to me if you can. Interesting. 50 that one into their half. Gonna lose the corner. Just gonna sit under this, make him do something. Unfortunate. All good. Into overtime we go. Let's see what we can do. Good win. Teammate might go again. He does not. Just force. That's fine. Give me this boost. Teammate should have this ball. And he does. One across. Not going to dive at that. Still not going to dive at this. I missed. Oh, well, I missed, all right. But he sure didn't. Oh, sometimes you just got to put him on panic alert. Oh, they just absolutely full panic at that ball. We will absolutely take it, man. Welcome to GC2, where that's how you win games. All right, well, certainly an interesting end to that game. Not gonna complain. We take home the win right there. Absolutely fantastic stuff. But now, let's immediately go ahead and save this replay. So now, this is when things get very important, because if you want to be able to rank up, you need to be very critical of your own gameplay. You need to be willing to identify and admit when you do things wrong that put yourself and your team in awkward spots and put yourselves in situations where you end up conceding goals. So let's go ahead and look through this game, and just every moment that we see that's a bit awkward or a bit weird, let's talk through it and let's see how we can fix our own mistakes. So off the first kickoff here, I think we do a decent job of lining up this shot to go far post. I think we probably could have caught this one. We do have pressure coming at us from the left, but as we can see right here, we have this guy flipping currently back this direction, so he's not immediately going to be able to turn to cut this, and this guy is getting this boost and is going to turn expecting that we're probably going to shoot this. So if we take control here, we might have a little bit of time to actually cook up some kind of offensive attack, rather than just shooting the ball and hoping that we can put it on target fast enough to beat this guy. Because the other thing we're doing is when we shoot like this, if this guy does get back, now we leave ourselves upfield on 0 boost, and we're putting our teammate in a situation where both opponents are boosted up and able to go for a counter attack. So want to be careful of that for sure. Decent attempt, just not quite far enough to that back post to really make an impact. Good patience here. I think we need to identify this a little bit faster, and we also need to pick up more boosts in the midfield. Like, right here, I have no idea why we're flipping and moving through, like, no man's land when it comes to boost. We should not have ended up all the way back here. We should have immediately hard drift turned and gotten, like, these pets. Right here, which would have given us 36 boost to work with, would have been in a perfectly fine spot with boost, but instead, we're kind of paying too much attention to the ball, not enough attention being paid to where exactly we're going on the field, and it causes us to have significantly less boost than we really should in this kind of position. Because now we want to turn and jump, and oh yeah, we don't have the boost for that. And now again, we're straining ourselves way upfield, so this whole play kind of is a domino effect, because now that we're over here with low boost, we don't identify fast enough that we need to jump for this, and at the time that we do jump, we can see that we are already miles beat, so absolutely no reason to jump for this. Eyes need to be looking at the opponent here to know that someone's in the air, so that we keep ourselves on the ground and allow ourselves to maintain a solid defense with both defenders back. But instead, we go flying at this ball without really any idea as to what we'll even do if we do get a touch, because it's not going to be a great one. Just completely unnecessary to take ourselves out of the game like this. A little bit of a scuffed catch there, but we will take the challenge, so that's fine. Just a missed touch. That happens. Push on forward here just to apply the pressure. I don't mind this. We go ahead and take the 50 there. That's fine. We're going to recover perfectly quickly out of this, so no worries there. Rotating around. Left in a 1v1 here. We kind of give up a good bit of space to our opponents in this position. Let's see how we got in this position. So we challenged this ball on 20 boost. Now, granted, we could have just fake challenged there, and we would have probably secured this corner boost if we just didn't actually jump at this, but just forced and just immediately drove out to the right side. We probably would have had that corner boost for free and would have been able to stay more involved in the play. Instead, we do jump, which it's not the worst thing, but also probably not the best decision now looking back at it. And once we're forced back to that mid boost, we're pretty much stuck in this position where we can't really challenge the ball because we're simply too far away. And now we're stuck in a position where we're going to be in this 1v1. And it's all because we, again, pushed a little bit too far forward on the offensive end and didn't really consider where the play might go after that fact. Given especially the fact that the ball was not overly scoreable in that position, we definitely don't want to be diving forward that aggressively. It's fine. Go ahead and force out. Good job not jumping there. Recognize that this is a bit awkward. Teammate gonna take the challenge. Recognize we have a bit of time to go get boosts as that ball is not easily scoreable from that position. Teammate just pops this one forward. Watch where this guy's gonna play it. It's gonna pop it in the air. We'll jump early. I like this sequence of plays. This one's unfortunate. That's a really good pass from the opponent. You do have to give them credit for being able to stay on this one, even though we do have an impact on this initial air dribble. I like what we're doing here, though. We're playing an angle that puts us in front of where the net is, and we're creating a situation where he does have to get around us if he wants to be able to continue to play this ball. We need to make sure that we actually do something with this jump. We need to make sure that we get enough contact on either the ball or the player to disrupt this air dribble so that he cannot stay in contact. You can see we get a touch on the ball, but we don't do enough to actually throw this off, and it just means that this opponent can stay on this ball, and our teammate, seeing that we got a touch, does not expect our opponent to stay on the ball. Again, really good play by Gibby there in that position to drop that ball into the midfield. Teammate caught off guard. We need to do more with that challenge, though, so that we can avoid putting our teammate in that kind of position. Ball over to the side. Again, good job not jumping. We don't need to dive at that one. We're back perfectly fine. Force out the challenge here. Go grab boost. This one's a bit weird. We have 50 boosts. This opponent right here, I think we make the read that he's going to try to go to the wall immediately, so we go to cut that off. I think we need to be aware of the fact that he can indeed turn this ball back to the midfield, and I think even if we take a little bit longer to get to the wall, we need to just keep ourselves in a spot where we can cut off anything he might decide to go for, because in this position, we go all the way over to the mid boost, and if this opponent had good control of this ball, he could have just cut it in field, flicked over our teammate, and it would have been a wide open net, because we were all the way out here at a boost, misreading what exactly was going on in the play. So definitely a situation where we kind of overcommitted for a boost, just kind of autopiloting on an idea of what the play was going to be without any consideration as to where it might actually go. Ball into the sidewall, good challenge there. Let's look at our challenge angle here, because this is something that's very important. This is a bit of a risky challenge angle. I think I would much rather us be attacking the ball from this direction, because it means that we can hit the ball into the wall, and it also limits the chance that it goes flying back into our half, because challenging from over here means that we are goal side on this challenge, and it is a lot less likely for this ball to get past us going towards our own net. We do win this challenge pretty hard, though, so not the end of the world, and here we do a better job of lining ourselves up with small pads, at least for a little bit, before we drive past them again. Rotate around our teammate here. This is totally fine. Stay in a supported position. Here we are. Teammate doing some work. Good challenge there. I don't mind that challenge. We take a solid 50-50. Good awareness of the opponents. We tap this one up. Too slow into the air here. Might have been better to go for a double jump and just try to get a touch on this ball quick and try to push it towards the net. Although if we do that, there's every chance that our opponent gets back once we make that last touch. But either way, I think this is a good effort. Opponent does make a very good play to get back just in time, so sometimes the opponents do just make a good play. All well and good here. Calmly waiting at the midfield. We get a bit awkward here. How exactly do we find ourselves in this position? So, challenge coming out. You can see we're pushing into the midfield here. I think we're over-angling our car for where this challenge is most likely to go. We're like really hoping that it goes mid and we're ready to pounce on it if it goes there. But we're not really considering what happens if it goes back to the sidewall. So I think we need to maintain the neutral position on our car just a little bit longer. So if we go back right around this is good. Like if we just stayed facing like that, we would have had everything covered. But instead we keep moving forward and we face towards the net, meaning when that ball pops off the corner, we are in a horrible spot to be able to play it. We do get up to keep it in though, so that's all well and good. We don't dive at that challenge either. Need boost here. What do we do on the rotation? Get a couple of pads. That's fine. Little bit awkward here. I think we're trying to help teammate out. So first of all, again, I think we can do a better job of getting onto pads initially. We miss one on our way back that we could have gotten. And then because of the angle we're taking, we're going very narrow back towards the net, which understandably is because this ball is very likely to be coming across. But we do still have a teammate here, so it could be beneficial just to swing a little bit wider to be able to face out towards the play, especially because this ball is not immediately in front of the net. It does have to get past our teammate still, and we want to be able to face out towards the play to be able to challenge should we end up needing to. So perhaps a little bit too narrow of a rotation in the net here, and you can see it causes this awkward repositioning because of it. We sort ourselves out though, so it's perfectly fine. Tap off the wall. Force on forward. We grab the mid boost. Did kind of give up a lot of space here with how heavy this touch was. Could do a better job of trying to keep this closer. We do get a lot of power on this ball that just kind of taps it way away from us. And on zero boost, absolutely nothing we're going to be able to do to get back to it. So could have tried to keep that ball a little bit closer, although quite tough to do with an opponent right there. We do get back in time to play off that 50 from our teammate. Check behind us to make sure we're not getting demoed. I like that. Just lingering in the midfield, see the double tap coming, just play for it. No problem, up the wall we go. Decent first touch, not really where we wanted to go. Didn't really want to go to the corner here. Wanted to definitely go more into the midfield, but that's just a misexecution on the air dribble. I do like that we preserve our boost enough to land with this ball and not allow a free touch from our opponent. So that's very well done. We'll bump out the opponent here as well. Teammate just not quite able to put that ball on target. This one coming back around. Recognize teammate's still on it. That is a bit of a dive there. Teammate still floating in the air as we go for this touch. So definitely a bit risky, especially with the way we flip. So I think we do need to be very careful on these challenges as last man so that we're not leaving our team in vulnerable positions because of it. Again, fake challenge there could have worked as well, just to force them to give the ball away. Aggressive challenge here, trying to put a shot on net. Didn't quite get the angle, but I like the idea, recognizing that the net was fairly vulnerable. This one was definitely a bit awkward. I do like our patience here. I think this is way too early of a jump. Wow, we got a fingertip on this, but definitely not what you want to be seeing. So this is a bit awkward because our teammate does a couple circles. I like our patience for not diving in on this, just letting him do his thing. I think we need to stay on the ground for longer here, because the second we jump, World will hear that, and all he has to do is just make sure he gets a clear around us. We are putting our team, again, in a very vulnerable spot by jumping for this, because also there's every possibility that our teammate might want to go for this again after he lands, especially if these guys are slow. So we need to just be careful in our decisions as last man back here about whether or not we want to actually challenge this ball, because this is not an easily scoreable shot. And if we do miss it, that puts both our teammate and ourselves upfield, giving a wide open counterattack to our opponents. So definitely something that we want to consider before yeeting ourselves at the ball like that. Apply pressure here, give teammate a possible opportunity. I think we might have wanted to be a little bit more aware of the overall position of everybody before committing that hard for that bump. Bit of a hopeful bump for sure, and we got lucky that they double commit. Like, realistically, this is all because we linger upfield way too long. Like, this is just a very dangerous counterattack that develops because we are lingering upfield like this, and the replay says we have 100 right now, but we actually have 0. We're going to pick up 100 at this mid boost. But because we went for that very aggressive bump on the backboard, and our teammate didn't really have an easily scoreable angle, now we're stuck in a very awkward position. So again, just need to be careful about what we decide to go for in terms of how quickly we want to rotate back to be able to support our team on defense. So definitely an interesting game so far. Pop up here, recognize we can go ahead and get a block, looking for teammate to see where he's at. He's not going to make it in time. I think we are way too pushed up here. Whoa, buddy. What are we doing? So we get this block. We check for teammate. We see him coming. Why are we continuing to move upfield? We have 0 boost. There's no boost easily attainable for us. Like, we should just be going and focusing on picking up whatever pads we can. Instead, we're lingering basically at the opponent's box with 0 boost. And this ball then gets cleared over our heads. And it's like, oh yeah, right. Well, maybe I shouldn't be in this spot with 0 boost. Maybe this is not where we want to be. Not a great decision by us to leave ourselves in that vulnerable of a position. Again, being way too aggressive as last man here in this game. Looking for the possible pass from teammate, not going to happen. Pick up pads here, yes, good, like this. Don't dive, they have full control, you're fine. Wait for your teammate to get behind you, force the flick. Teammate on low boost, unfortunately, we do again get a bit lucky that that's not in, and we do take the ensuing challenge. So I like the overall idea here. I think it's just a bit unfortunate that teammate doesn't pick up enough boost on his way back, but the idea here is solid. We see our teammate go behind us, we force the flick, like that's a play we can be proud of, even if this does end up in a goal. We made the right choice. It almost didn't work out, but we do manage to get back in time. Recognize teammate's still on 0 boost, so we're going to jump up to try to help him. Maybe we didn't need to, but give him a little bit of support in that position. I think we turned the wrong way here. At least we need to turn right based on how we're facing. But instead we turn to the left, and now we have to chase the ball down. So not exactly what we want to be seeing, but we do cut off the angle towards the net. We do get the block. I missed the boost, which is sad, but we recognize time. We recognize space. Pop it into the air. Go for some control. Almost decent idea. Rotate out here. Whoa, boost. Pads. Where are we going? Oh, the big boost. Okay, well, luckily that spawned. Hey, what the heck is going on here? We land with 50 boost. There's all these small pads right here. This line, very helpful. There's no boost there. There's no boost here. We could also go down the mid paths. Either would be successful. Don't do this. There's no boost there. What the heck are we doing? We're being dumb is the answer, and we're gonna put ourselves again in a situation where we're going all the way out of the play to hopefully get boost. And we don't even know if it's gonna be there. It's not there currently, but we're certainly hoping that it's gonna be there when we get there. But we're going all the way out of the play, and the entire time, like, anything could be happening here. Like, our teammate is now basically in a 1v1 because we've said, screw it. You do you. Defend what you can. I'm going to get a full boost, which is completely unnecessary in this situation. Good play there. We're back on the train of doing something smart. Right here, I like this. We take the good 50. We see the challenge coming. We know as soon as we land, we're going to flip this to the left to just try to get around this guy. Hopefully, teammate's here. If he's not, at least we've left the ball in open space and have not allowed any kind of counterattack. Teammate wasn't there, but it does buy him time to get boost, which is fine. We can recognize that we can win this ball. See what this opponent's doing. Again, bad jump. If we're going to jump for this, we have to jump now just to take away the chance that he gets to this ball before us. I get that we're going to wait to see if he jumps. Like, it's not the worst idea to see what he does, because if he panics and misses this, it's just wide open. If he hits it, we can just drive away. So we kind of get stuck between the idea of wanting to go aggressive to try to shoot this into what is currently an open net and the idea of waiting to see if he's going to make a mistake for us. I think the smart play here is to wait to see if this guy's going to make a mistake, because if we hard commit at this, and like I said before, this goal is very difficult to score from this angle. If we commit for this and miss, we are leaving our teammate back in a very, very bad position simply because we went for something that we really didn't need to. So much smarter play here. Just wait to see what this guy does. If he misses, we take the open net. If he doesn't miss, we rotate out and allow our teammate to come in so we can maintain offensive pressure. Getting stuck between the two ideas, not great, because now we're just clean meat. And again, like we said, teammate stuck in a 1v1, almost a 2v1. Luckily, he gets the block, and we realize what's happening fast enough to be able to cut this play off. So if we had just let this ball go, we are at the mercy of what World is going to put towards the net. Possible double tap, a lot of options for World in this position. So the fact that we're willing to jump up here and just recognize we need to get a touch on this ball is very good. Good recognition of what's happening and doing it quickly enough to actually be able to do something about it. So good block, gonna allow teammate a free ball, but that all came down to the fact that we got beat in the opponent's half, and we didn't need to be diving like that. Realistically, that never would have happened. That play never would have developed if we had been a bit smarter. And then this is fine, just forcing out. Into overtime we go. So big thing, don't dive. As last man back, don't take yourself out of the play. Be smart with your stuff. Good fake there. Don't dive at that. We just calmly get some boost. Working our way around, looking for the possible mid pass. Don't like this. This is fine. Definitely some control coming through from the opponent, so don't want to overcommit. We then miss the open net, and the opponent feels bad and scores it for us. I think this overtime is a very good example of what we want to do overall. Just this entire thing. We don't dive here. That's fine. We get ourselves boost. We stay involved in the play. We're not going all the way back. We're in a passing spot. Pass doesn't come out. We recognize our teammate is not back behind us yet. Too much awkwardness going on for the orange team here, so we don't want to overcommit. So we'll just wait. Take away this boost from World so he can't have it. As soon as we see the awkward touch, we immediately turn and go for the shot. Yes, we miss it, but the idea is solid. And then luckily our opponent just puts it in the net for us. So overall, I think the biggest thing that we can take away from this game is we just need to be smarter with what balls we decide to challenge. So many times we're taking ourselves out of the game in situations that we don't need to, both for balls that we're challenging as well as times where we're not picking up the boost we need and then forcing ourselves to go all the way back. So if we had to say two things to work on in future games, it would be decisions on challenges as well as our small pad pathing. So if you want to get better at Rocket League, this is the kind of stuff you need to be able to do. You need to be able to look at your own replays and really drill into what's going wrong. There's a lot of things that go on in a game of Rocket League, but if you can identify the mistakes you're making, you now know what you need to fix going into future games so you can actually improve and rank up. If you just go into game after game after game after game and never really consider why you might be losing some of these games or how you're getting scored on, you aren't doing you or your teammates any favors, and you're just kind of going to be stuck in the same space without ever seeing any real improvement. So I do highly recommend that you guys give this exercise a shot, and if you do, let me know how it works out down in the comments below. Of course, thank you everybody so much for watching. I really do appreciate each and every one of you who made it to this point in the video, and I do hope you enjoyed it. If you're interested in seeing more coaching content like this, make sure you click that subscribe button right down below. As with each and every video, I strive to help you guys improve just a little bit more at Rocket League. Additionally, if you're interested in some one-on-one coaching, or perhaps you just like to be a bit more involved in the community we're building here, feel free to join my Discord, which is linked down in the description, as I do offer free coaching through there. And as always, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. See you later, guys.